Hi, I'm October Crifasi, and I'm one of the guitar teachers on Lessonface.com. And one of the things that comes up often when I'm working with my beginner students is how to make changing between chords easier. So the first part is really just putting in the practice time and working with the chords over and over again. But there are a few things that you can do that will help your fretting hand just navigate between chords with a little bit more, just smoother. So I want to show you one of those things, and that is if you're working in a song, for instance, that has a lot of changes between C and I'm just going to use a partial bar F chord right now, or a C and a D. What you want to check in with is seeing where are your fingers staying in the same shape or in the same frets. When it comes to moving between a C chord and a 4-string F, for instance, if you see right here, the C chord has our second finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string and the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. So there's this shape right here that happens in your C chord. It is also there when you move to your F chord. So if I just move all of my fingers down, see that shape? Same shape is right there between the two chords. So one of the ways to really help your fingers move together as a team is to practice isolating where the shapes are similar and moving them back and forth. Because oftentimes when we're first starting out, especially with the C chord, you might find that your hand wants to do this, 1, 2, 3. Like the first finger needs to lead the change always, and that's not true. When you're doing something like moving from a C chord to even a D chord, see that shape is right there again, it's really fingers 2 and 3 that should move first, and you want them to move together. So, not doing anything too complicated with the right hand. All I'm going to do right now is just practice moving these two fingers back and forth between where they are for C and where they would be for this partial F. That's how we'll start. So you would just put those two fingers down, strum, lift your two fingers up, and then see if you can bring them down at the same time to go where they would go for that partial F chord. So here to here, and you might want to count them as whole notes. Keep it really simple at first. 1, 2, 3, 4, shift, see how fast you can get those two fingers to move together and go to those next set of strings. Okay, so I'm going to do that a couple of times. You can do this back and forth with me. So we're going to start where we would be for our C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to where they'd be for C, and now to F. Give your fingers a little bit of time. So if you find that you're still wanting to do this, 2 and 3, it's all right. The more you do this, your fingers will start to work together. 3, 4, and back. Now you notice I haven't started putting my first finger down yet. Once you've done this a couple of times, then you can go ahead and put that first finger down for the C, make the switch, go ahead and put down that first finger last. What you're doing is retraining the muscle memory for this, which is key in this change. So now the other two chords that if you've learned to play G, doing 2, 3, and 4, there's that shape again. You can do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, shift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now you can also do this going to D. Here's that C shape where we would be for C. Here's where they go for D. Okay? This is a bigger jump, so it's a good one to practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now you've probably done it enough times that you can start to add that first finger. We're retraining that first finger to land after the other two. C and D. So just remember, you want to be looking for the places where you have similar shapes of the fingers, or if we're talking about having fingers that stay in the same place, going from E minor to a G, playing G 1, 2, and 3 now, that first finger doesn't move, so let it help to anchor your hand to get back and forth. So if you can see, my first finger is not moving. What we want to start getting away from is doing this. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Okay, because that's just taking up way too much time for your hands, and you don't need to do that. Look for where those fingers stay in the same place, and make sure your hand stays steady and that your thumb isn't jumping around. Another example, the last example, is going to be going between an A chord and a D chord. If I'm playing A, 1, 2, and 3, and I lift my third finger, actually, we'll go A7. A7 is going to be an easier one for this. A7 to D also shares that 1 and 2 shape. So if you practice going back and forth, that will also help. So here's A7, land these first, and then go with your third finger for D. With the A, it's just a matter of jumping your fingers across. So it's not the exact same shape. This is also a great exercise to do. So there you go. So what you want to be looking for, where are the shapes the same? Where are fingers not moving much or staying in the same place to really help anchor your hands? It only takes about 5 minutes to do these. You can do these when you're warming up. It will go a long way if you're just going through and strumming something to get those chord changes smoother. So remember to take everything slow and practice. So there you go.